Jesus never prayed for abundance. Not once. Not even when he had nothing. And yet fish carried coins to his hand and multiplied beyond what eyes could count. The 3-year ministry moved across nations without a single paycheck. This was not luck. This was not miracle in the way religion taught you. This was command. Jesus understood something that has been deliberately hidden for 2,000 years. Wealth is not a resource waiting to be distributed. It is a conscious field, and conscious fields do not respond to begging. They respond to authority. The church taught you to ask humbly, wait patiently, and accept whatever came. That teaching was not spiritual wisdom. That teaching was a frequency lock designed to keep you in the posture of lack, forever dependent, forever reaching. Jesus never reached. He spoke directly, with the precision of someone who knew exactly what language the material world obeys. Today, you will learn the exact Aramaic commands he used, the monadic prosperity protocol that bypassed every layer of interference between human consciousness and divine abundance. Stay until the end, because what you are about to receive was hidden in plain sight for centuries, and it will permanently change the way you relate to wealth, provision, and your own authority. The Aramaic language is not simply a historical artifact. It is a sacred vibrational system, one in which sound, meaning, and spiritual reality were inseparable. As recorded in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. Jesus spoke what we now call the Lord's Prayer entirely in Aramaic. Each word he used was chosen not only for its meaning but for the frequency it produced when spoken aloud. Modern translations have preserved the ideas, but the vibration was carried in the original tongue. To ensure you fully capture each nuance of the frequency that Jesus used, a visual pronunciation guide will appear on your screen throughout this teaching. Observe the symbols and phonetics as we hear each sound, so that your intention remains in perfect harmony with the word. This matters because Aramaic words are not merely labels. They are portals. Each syllable was designed to activate a specific dimension of human consciousness, and when spoken with aligned intention, they do exactly what they were created to do. The 3 words we will explore today are directly connected to what Jesus taught about provision, trust, and the nature of divine reality. Together, they form a frequency pattern that ancient practitioners understood as the language of abundance. You are not learning new information today. You are remembering what your original nature already knows. Let's begin. The first Aramaic word, Abun. The first word is Abun. In most Bibles, this word is translated simply as father, but in Aramaic, Abun contains an entire cosmology within a single sound. Abun is rooted in the word ab, which means source, origin, the one who generates. Abun, the suffix, transforms it into something far more expansive. It speaks of a creative presence that constantly breathes life into existence. A source that is not distant but immediately present like breath itself. When Jesus began the Lord's Prayer with Abun, he was not addressing a remote deity. He was invoking the living creative force of the universe as an intimate reality. For abundance, this is foundational. You cannot receive from a source you believe is withholding from you. Abun recalibrates your inner relationship with provision from scarcity and distance to intimacy and trust. The frequency of Abun says the source is not far. The source is breathing through you right now. When you understand this, the question of abundance shifts entirely. It is no longer will I receive. It becomes am I open to what is already flowing. This single word, spoken with awareness, can dissolve the root of lack thinking at its source. The words of Jesus in Aramaic carry frequencies capable of restoring what is fragmented in your consciousness, and mastering them in your daily life is where the true miracle happens. That's why I created 5 sacred study guides, each dedicated to a specific Aramaic declaration, with correct pronunciation, guided meditations, and daily activation rituals. The link is pinned in the comments. Your deeper transformation begins there. The second Aramaic word, Yablan. The second word is Yablan. Translated in most versions as give us, Yablan carries a depth that the English language struggles to hold. In Aramaic, this word does not describe a request made to someone outside of you. It describes a movement, the natural flow of what is already prepared, toward the one who is aligned to receive it. Jesus used Yablan in the context of daily bread, but in Aramaic, bread was never only physical. It referred to nourishment at every level: spiritual, material, relational, creative. Yablan is the frequency of receptivity. It activates the part of your consciousness that knows how to receive, not through grasping, but through alignment. Most people unconsciously block abundance not by lacking faith, but by lacking receptivity. They pray for provision while their inner world remains closed, guarded by fear, unworthiness, or the belief that they must earn what is already being offered. When Jesus spoke Yablan, he was modeling an open hand, a surrendered posture, consciousness that is not reaching out of desperation, but receiving from a place of knowing. This frequency teaches your nervous system that abundance is not something to chase. It is something to allow. If something in you is shifting as you receive this teaching, trust it. It is your deeper self-awakening to what it has always known. The 5 sacred study guides were created to sustain that awakening with precise pronunciation. Meditations and rituals that transform knowledge into lived experience. Each guide dissolves a layer of what obscures your essence and reveals the frequency that has always been within you. The link is pinned in the comments. Your next step is there. The third word is Malc. This word is most often translated as kingdom, as in, thy kingdom come. But the Aramaic understanding of Malc is radically different from the concept of a distant heavenly realm. Malc refers to a sovereign creative field, an active, living domain of divine authority that exists not beyond the clouds, but within and around those who are aligned with it. When Jesus spoke of this kingdom, he was pointing to a state of consciousness in which the divine order of abundance, wholeness, and provision becomes the operating reality of your life. Malc is not something you wait for, it is something you enter. You enter it through alignment, through the very frequencies that Jesus taught. In the context of abundance, this word is the completion of the pattern. Abun reconnects you to the source. Yablan opens you to receive. Ugunaithok anchors you in the reality where that abundance is not a future hope, it is a present truth. When these 3 frequencies are spoken together, with intention and awareness, they create a complete circuit, one that ancient practitioners understood as the activation of divine provision in daily life. You are not manifesting from a place of lack. You are declaring from a place of already belonging to the kingdom. Why these 3 words work together? Every teaching Jesus gave in Aramaic was designed as a complete system, not a collection of isolated phrases, but an integrated frequency architecture. Abun, Yablan, and Malc are not 3 separate practices. They are 3 movements of the same breath. The first movement, Abun, is orientation. It positions your consciousness in right relationship with the source. Abundance cannot flow to a heart that perceives itself as cut off from its origin. This word heals that separation. The second movement, Yablan, is opening. It creates the inner posture of receptivity, dissolving the unconscious patterns that block what is already being offered. Many people ask without being open to receive. This word addresses that gap directly. The third movement, Malc, is anchoring. It grounds the activation in a present reality, not a distant hope. You are not waiting for abundance to arrive. You are declaring your alignment with the field where abundance already exists. Together, these 3 Aramaic frequencies rebuild the inner architecture of a life that receives. They are not affirmations you repeat until you believe them. They are declarations that carry the same authority Jesus demonstrated because they were formed in the same sacred tongue with the same vibrational intention. Ancient practitioners knew that what you speak shapes what you see, and what you see determines what you receive. Before we close, I want to give you something few have received. Transformation Protocol, the complete activation practice. This protocol is based directly on the teachings of Jesus as preserved in the Aramaic tradition. Step 1. Pronunciation. Speak each word aloud, slowly with full breath. Abun, Abun, the vu, is long, like the sound of breath expanding. Feel the word open in your chest, not just your mouth. Yablan, Yablan, soft Yablan. Let this word land in your belly, in the place where you hold what you are ready to receive. Malc, Mal-Ku, Tha, KH. The final KH is a soft, exhaled sound, like releasing. Feel this word settle into the soles of your feet, rooting you in present reality. Step 2. When to use this practice. Use it in the morning, before the noise of the day enters your mind. Use it when fear of lack arises. Use it when you are about to make a decision involving money, resources, or provision. Step 3. The intention. Did not approach this as a request. Approach it as a declaration of alignment. You are not asking for abundance. You are speaking from within the field of abundance, as one who already belongs to Malc. Step 4. The expected effect. According to the teachings of Jesus, those who align their words with divine frequency experience a shift in perception first, and then a shift in circumstances. The inner world reorganizes before the outer world follows. Speak these 3 words. Breathe between each one, and allow what has always been yours to find its way to you. If this teaching touched something in you, embrace this moment of awakening. Leave the word frequency activated in the comments and take your next step. The link to the 5 sacred study guides is pinned in the first comment. You've just received 3 of the most powerful frequency codes that Jesus ever spoke, in the language he actually used, with the meaning he actually intended. Abun, Yablan, Malc. Source, receptivity, kingdom. These are not words to file away. They are words to live inside of. Right now, before you close this video, come to the comments and tell us, what did you feel? What shifted? We read every single response. If this teaching found you today, subscribe to this channel. Every week we go deeper into the ancient frequency codes that were always meant to be yours. We are just scratching the surface of this ancient power. Get ready, because in our next video, I will reveal even deeper Aramaic codes that unlock spiritual authority you've never imagined. Make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss this unfolding revelation.